All right, this will be the start to my Silverado build series on my 2015 Silverado here. Alright, so as I had said, this is my 2015 Silverado. It was originally a 5.3 truck. Blew the 5.3, switched to 6.2, boosted the 6.2 with a Century blower, Pro Charger, and then moved to a Whipple and blew it. And then it was NA again, and it ran for not very long, probably a month, and then locked up again. So spun all the bearings yet again. Not sure, it was poor tuning and possibly the engine builder, not incredibly sure. So decided to rebuild it myself this time. So pulled the motor out, never done this before. No idea what I'm doing, just figuring out as I go. Pulled the motor out a couple months ago, started to tear it down, and trying to figure out another plan for it. So I'll go ahead and take y'all inside and show you the motor, kind of steps that I've gotten to so far with tearing it down and getting everything apart and prepping it for the machine shop. All right, so here's my spare bedroom that I have turned into my now engine building room. This is the motor, about as far as I've gotten on it so far. This is a L86, so 6.2 LT. Came out of a 2018 Silverado. I've got the whole bottom end out and this head off. This head I was not able to get off because the person that built this motor the most recent time put all the head bolts back in and for some reason used a random ARP bolt. And I don't have what I need to get that out. So I'm gonna have to run to this auto parts store and go get that bolt. All the bearings in this motor were absolutely fried. Here you can see, like on the rod caps, this one, I mean, you can see the scoring on it. That one's not even the worst of them. There's here, where it just got insanely hot and almost welded itself to the crank. So, and I mean, it's literally every bearing in this motor so far is just absolutely fried. The crank, same thing, it's got scoring on it from the bearings. I had to kind of chisel them away from it. These are the sleeves here. They look really good still. You still see the honing on them. No cracks or anything. I don't think any material got in them. Hopefully when I get this head off, it'll look the same on this side. The cam, I got these bolts out. Was not able to get this one. I stripped it. So I gotta drill that out, get the cam out, check the cam bearings. I really hope the cam looks okay, but I'm fearful that the cam bearings are gonna look like the rod bearings do. I'll flip this over and show y'all what the journals look like underneath. So here are the main bearing journals. You can see the scoring. Obviously you can see it. You can feel it with your fingernail if you run it through there. Same thing with these pistons. So gonna have to get this head off, get these out, and then get the cam out and see how everything looks. You gotta get this to a machine shop and get it mic'd out and see about some oversized bearings, and talk to him about a plan about what I kind of want to do with the motor. What I was trying to figure out with the motor was what I wanted to do with it. I had thought about doing like a 416 stroker kit and like a high compression 416 and just do NA. I had thought about doing like a low compression and then do boost So I want to talk to them and try and figure out what's the most obviously cost effective now that I'm on yet another motor, but also see if it's even, if I have to get a new crank because it's out of balance from when it locked up, then I might as well just get the 416 kit. But if I can salvage this crank and just kind of get some oversized bearings for it and it's still good, so then I'll just stick with the 6.2 and do that. So I got to talk to them and see, figure out what my plan is, boost, NA, what I want to do the next time around. But I'll go ahead and skip to getting this drilled out so I can get my cam out. And then after that, I'll run to the store and grab this to get the head off. All right, I think that we're there. Just need to wiggle it off a little bit. I think it should come. There it is. Perfect. All right, so my next part is getting the cam out. Obviously, I will not be able to do that until I deal with this, the weird head bolt. This is like the biggest Allen key I have, and it's even too small. So I'm gonna go see what I can get at the auto parts store for that and get this head off. All right, so I picked up these, hoping they work. I had no idea if it was metric or standard or what the bolt was, so I just guessed, but I've got 3 here. So hopefully one of these will work. If not, I'll be going back and trying to find another one. I forgot to bring that cam cover bolt with me to get a new one that I drilled out as well, so if I have to go back, that's fine. Had to make a pit stop and give Greg some food. I came out to find my adapter for the breaker bar, and I guess Greg decided to join. All right, so it's looking like this one is going to work. So, got it on the first try. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to getting all these off, and then come back when I have the head off. All right, so I got them all out. I'm really curious as to this one. What this... I just absolutely have no idea why this is in there. But, okay. I got one upgraded bolt, so I'll get the rest of these off and get the head off. All right, so this head looks perfect. I wasn't expecting there to be anything wrong with it, but I'm glad there's not. These are ported heads as well. I had them ported when I did the cam and the 6.2. Now I'll get these trays out, get the pistons out, see how everything looks, and then I can get the cam out. All right. right, so it looks like 2 of them stayed in. Oh, looks like I only got 1 on that one. All right, there's the last one. Gotta set these over there with the other ones. All right, now I will flip this over and pull the pistons out. All right, I've got all the pistons out. Everything's ready to go to get the cam out now. So all of these sleeves and everything look fine, just like the other side. So I'll go ahead and get this out and see how these bearings look. So it looks like these bearings are so bad in here that I cannot even move this cam. I can't get it to move at all. Can't get it to spin, can't get it to move side to side. I cannot get it, so I might have to try and push against one of the lobes or something with a screwdriver and see if I can get it to move at all. I'm assuming it's probably welded to the bearings, similar to the rod caps. So we'll see what I can do to get that out. All right, so I was able to get it out with a screwdriver and just very lightly tapping in between the lobes this way to get it to move. So hoping that now I'll be able to get it out freely without getting hung up on the rest of the bearings. All right, there it is. And actually, I think this cam might be good, which I was absolutely not expecting at all. All right, so we got the cam out and I can definitely tell which bearing it was right here. That got super ate up. All these other ones really are fine. I can't feel anything with my fingers on any of them. The cam looks really good, even on that bearing, which would have been, let me see which one that was. This one right here. I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. I'm pretty sure I could reuse that. So I'm really excited about that because this cam was fairly new. So this is a TSP, it's the ELC7, which is, I don't know if it is anymore, but at the time it was the biggest NA cam I could get for it. Let's see, it was a 231, 240, 113 LSA. All right, well, I think that'll pretty much wrap up what I'm able to accomplish here. Pretty much down to just the block now. I've left these bearings in. I'll probably let the machine shop do that. But I think that'll be pretty much it. So everything is out. Unfortunately, I didn't start this kind of series sooner with the initial teardown, but definitely keep posting videos for updates on what's to come with this and the truck and what the plan is with it and the machine shop.